But first, the feds and local law enforcement in the state of Texas say they are on high alert after a killer or killers gunned down another district attorney and his wife in their home. The assassination of this particular man, the Kaufman County, Texas D.A. Mike McClellan, pictured here with his wife, is the second killing of a prosecutor in the small town of some 100,000 people in less than 2 months. Just weeks ago, McClellan had vowed to hunt down whoever shot and killed his deputy, the assistant district attorney, in a parking lot near the courthouse on the 31st of January. But on this Saturday night, police found McClellan and his wife in their home. Investigators from the FBI, the Texas Rangers, the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms, and other agencies now on the case. They're also stepping up security at the county courthouse.
We do have increased security, as you probably have noted, across the county, particularly here in the courthouse and in this annex building. We're very much on alert. We obviously have some folks that are out to do harm to elected officials, and so we take that very seriously.
Authorities have been investigating the possibility of a connection of the two killings with a prison gang known as the Aryan Brotherhood of Texas. Dan Springer with the news. He's live for us in Kaufman, Texas this afternoon. Dan, why the Aryan Brotherhood? What's the thinking here?
Well, Shep, it's a chilling story. Not long before his killing this past weekend, the DA Mike McClellan had mentioned that the Aryan Brotherhood of Texas, that prison gang that you mentioned, may be behind the killing, the targeted killing of his deputy back on January 31st. McClellan talked very tough, as you mentioned, about hunting down the killer or killers in whatever hole they were hiding in. But he also felt like he had taken enough precautions for his own safety, carrying a gun at all times. He had a deputy parked outside his house for a month. The Aryan Brotherhood was mentioned because last November, 34 members were indicted by a federal grand jury in Houston for a number of crimes. The prison gang vowed retaliation, and Kaufman County D.A.'s office was among those agencies that was among those on that target list. Shep?
And a lot of concern for other public officials there, it's my understanding.
Oh, you bet. Everyone is talking about the murders. Everyone is talking about their safeties and whatever precautions that they are taking. Flags are at half staff at this building behind me and all the government buildings in the area here in Kaufman County. DAs across the state are adding protection, including the one in Houston, who has around-the-clock security for him and his family. And leaders are trying to calm the public's fear.
This appears that it was not a random attack. It appears to be targeted. So I don't think the Forney community at large is in danger. The best thing we can do is remain calm, remain supportive of the McClellan family and those that are handling the investigation, and then continue to look out for each other.
The county courthouse here in Kaufman County is open for business, but as you mentioned, with extra security, the DA's office is closed to the public. Shep?
Dan Springer in Kaufman, Texas for us this afternoon. Dan, thanks a lot. Let's bring in Judge Napolitano, our senior judicial analyst, Judge Andrew Napolitano, with us from our New York City studios. Judge, 25 years or so been doing this. I can't remember retaliation on law enforcement officials.
No, I can't either, Shep, and certainly not two law enforcement officials who work together on the same cases. Cases that, of course, the FBI and the Texas Rangers and their own colleagues are now mulling over to see who had the gripe. What common threads are there between the professional work that these two now deceased prosecutors did and who would want to have killed them? It's terrifying.
That could be a long list.
It probably is. It's terrifying when you go to work in the morning to do your job and you know that out there, it could be very close to you or distant, but getting closer, is somebody who wants to kill you for doing your job of keeping people safe. Whether it's the Aryan Brotherhood or not, whether it's connected to this
satellite delay, I apologize.
Say again?
There was a satellite delay, and I jumped on you, and I didn't mean to.
Oh,
again, you were saying whether it's the Aryan Brotherhood.
Well, whether it's the Aryan Brotherhood, whether there's a connection between the assassination of the chief of the Department of Corrections in Colorado, who was the killer was eventually, the presumed killer was eventually chased to Texas and killed there, we don't know. But we do know that no stone will be unturned, that the federal government and the state of Texas will pour massive resources into finding who did this and protecting those people who keep the people safe. The people are entitled to a government that works and a government that's not afraid to do its job. And whoever is out there trying to interfere with the government doing its job by means of violence will be caught and stopped.
And continuing coverage, including an update tonight on Fox Report. Judge Napolitano,